Hello and welcome to Pin My Podfic. This is After the Fall by Innocent with one N underscore reader. I'm reading chapters 3, even with part 1, even without them. Robin's POV, and just something to say. I've changed each couple recordings, couple videos. I will be changing locations because I found a little bit of on weekends I've got a bit more time, and I'm sorry if there's a bit of an echo, but yeah. Anyways, now onto the chapter. The acrid smell of burning and charred flesh hung in the air like an invisible weight. Every step Robin took over the uneven ground was accompanied by the muffled crunch of debris and the lazy drift of dust in the smoke-saturated air. At his side, Kid Flash moved with his unusual agility, but even he seemed to hesitate before the grotesque sight that stretched out ahead. A few meters away, the shapeless mass that had once been called Shigaraki lay writhing, pulsing in slow, grotesque rhythms, as if trying to reorganize his own flesh. It was no longer a man, nor even a monster. It was a pulsating cocoon, purple and black, with strands of muscle and shattered bone exposed. A twisted parody of a giant heart. Robin felt his fingers tighten involuntarily around the detonator strapped to the side of his suit. The weight of the small object seemed heavier than anything he had ever carried. He took a deep breath, feeling the mask cling slightly to his face, and kept his eyes fixed on the creature. Is he in there? Kid Flash's voice was hesitant, almost swallowed by the smoke. Robin didn't answer right away. The image of Midoriya being swallowed by the abomination still burned in his mind, the flash, the roar, and the silence that followed. It has to be, he muttered. Midoriya was swallowed by that thing. Kid Flash took a step forward, but Robin grabbed his shoulder firm. No, not yet. We figure out what's going on first. The cocoon contracted, letting out a wet, cracking sound that reverberated through the field. A gush of dark, viscous liquid spilled on the ground. Robin clenched his jaw. The smell was now suffocating, a metallic, sickly sweet stench that burned the throat. Kid Flash turned his head, coughing. This, this reeks of death. Robin knew the smell of death, but this felt older, as if something was being remade from scratch, wrongly. They had watched the entire fight from a distance, hidden along the rubble. They had seen every blow, every explosion, and in the end, the transformation. Robin pulled one of the last explosive charges from his pouch. His stock was nearly gone, but that thing needed to be contained. We're setting the explosives, he said, trying to sound cold. And if Midoriya's still alive in there? Robin hesitated for a moment. At 13, he had already made choices that came with heavy costs, but none as uncertain as this. Either it frees him, or it gives us a chance to pull him out. Kid Flash nodded without another word. The two began circling the cocoon, attaching charges to its weakest points. Sweat ran down Robin's face as he fixed the last one, feeling the irregular pulse of the flesh almost like breathing. We're done, Kid Flash said. Robin raised the detonator and his fingers hovered over the button, but the world moved first. The cocoon shuddered violently, cracking like tearing leather. Muscle fibers split apart, and hot steam rose, revealing a figure. Through strands of flesh that melted away, Izuku Midoriya emerged, unharmed, bathed in the dim light. His chest rose and fell in a calm rhythm, far too steady for someone who should have been dead. Robin froze for a moment, his heart pounding, not just from relief, but from confusion. Kid Flash darted forward to catch him before he could fall. Robin grabbed the shredded costume floating in the sludge. It was beyond its edges. It was beyond repair. Its edges dissolved. None of this made sense. What now? Kid Flash asked, as if afraid to break the silence. Robin deactivated the detonator. Now we get out, before that thing changes its mind. As they retreated, the cocoon shuddered one last time. The sound it made wasn't a roar, nor a death rattle. It was a lament, low, deep, so human, it sent a chill down Robin's spine. It trembled once more, letting out a guttural, hollow sigh. A sound that wasn't death, it was grief. And then, at last, it went silent. And that's it for part 1. I know this is about like 6 minutes or something. It's pretty short for what I normally do, but as you know, I'm doing this in parts. And I forgot this one was pretty short, so I forgot to state it in the intro. So I guess you're getting this. Well, no, you're actually getting a double upload this time. Then, yeah, you guys deserve it for such a short video. Anyways, and that's it for chapter 3. Even without them, part 1. This one was Robin's POV. I don't think the next one will also be Robin's POV, since Midoriya is passed out. Yeah. So and this was After the Fall by Innocent one and underscore reader. And I hope you enjoyed, and go to the next part. Yeah.